Okay.
It's like we're already well in. Welcome back, Phillip.
Have we started?
Number two of the podcast, and now, yeah, we're starting. You're going to be like number 44 now.
Well, it's a good thing my podcast number isn't attached to my ego. I'm just happy to spend time with my friend. I mean,
Exactly,
this seems to be the thing, right? We're the only time we hang out.
Yeah, literally the only time.
I mean, I don't know. We have more of a same schedule now, too. But to that note, though, and I'm not doing it during the 100-degree summer.
Yeah.
But that side of my house, where's that place we go play putt-putt? The Tiger Woods place?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, we haven't gone in so long, you forgot the name. I forgot the name, too, but...
Putt-putt. Pop stroke. Side of
my house, since I don't do anything with it, but it's a wide enough stretch, I'm pop stroking it. It's going to be a pop stroke hole.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to grade it. I'm going to buy the same turf.
Yeah.
Right? I'm gonna set it up so we have multiple holes.
Yeah.
We can change the holes. But it's already got like weird inclines and shit that'll work for it. But yeah. I'm not doing it this summer, though. But that's like one house project, you know. But
you're like really into the whole golf stuff. Like you're deep into it now, right?
Yeah. I'm glad I found it. I wish I had found it earlier.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I don't know if it would have worked out. Because for whatever reason, like I'm in a place in my life where like fucking old. And I see it when I play golf, like with the guys that I know from work and everything. But I don't know, you know, there's the argument, is it a sport? Is it a game? Whatever the fuck you want to call it. What I like about it is it's you versus you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I ever get like to scratch golf, right? And that's basically you shoot par, right? I might get frustrated like everybody I play with and shit, but like, that's the thing, that you got to take the little wins, right? Like, and you got to understand it is not going to happen from weekend to weekend, right? I play a lot compared to a lot of people, but still, like that game, you need to play several times a week, right? The more you play, the quicker your change, but changes is in like years. You know what I mean? I guess that's why my favorite course in Austin here is Forest Creek. It's my home course, because it's not a long course. The holes are actually designed hard, right? So like, there's this one hole, it's a horseshoe, and inside the horseshoe there's trees, so there's no cut in the corners. So like, a lot of these holes on this course, if you don't 100% for sure have a certain distance that you know you can hit, you need to lay up. And if you don't lay up, you'll pay for it. You got to think playing this course. So a lot of other courses are like, when it's like a dog leg or something, left or right, it bends, right? Like a dog leg. But like normally the dog legs you'll see are like kind of like this. This shit is like this, you know? So like with trees and creeks and shit, that's why it's called Forest Creek. But
it's more of a 90-degree angle.
Closer to 90, you know, than 5. So, but you know, I like it. It's nice to finally get excited about something again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like dude, since I was 18, I've been working my ass off, and it's finally nice to have like income and then time off, the same income without having to live and breathe a company for 5-6 days a week, you know, and be able to go do it. So, yeah. Do you played with me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is it just like if somebody invites me and I have time, I'll go? Or
100%, 100%. Yeah. Because it's the greatest, like, apart from this is the greatest chill time where you actually have a long dialogue with someone. But golfing is just, you're hanging out.
Fucking part, dude, is if you're not even on 18 birdies.
Yeah.
Put this motherfucker away.
The phone goes away. It's the church.
Yeah. Yeah, and like if you suck and amateurs suck, we're gonna be out there drinking for 4 to 5 hours. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, you know,
right? I mean, like regardless of what happens, it's either. It also depends on who you go with. Like I assume, like, have you gotten random guys during your tea time that you just don't
Yeah,
jive
because
with
I'm
at all?
into it to where like, you're a flake and everybody else is a flake. And like, you're not like, I don't know. Or no, you got plans and people got plans and like I really want to go. I'm usually the one. It's usually about 3 guys that know each other, and then I'm the one to make the group. That's what I did when I was in Coeur d'Alene. I was the one guy, right? Like it was the 3 guys I was with were like investment bankers or some shit. And they were all up. They were from all over the country, but they were having like a conference up there. So like the group behind us was with them and everything. So like, I'm the one flashy guy with my red Nikes on and the beard. And that's the thing. You don't see beards like this on a golf course.
Mhm.
I don't know why, kind of why I want to be in politics, because you don't see beards like this in politics. But yeah, they were cool. I'm pretty cool. Like I'm universal, dude. Like, you kind of got to fill people out before you go your full self. And that's fine,
Yeah.
And I wasn't drinking as much. That's another thing it's things that, like, that's the things about golf. Like I've learned, like, if you're playing summer ball, I can't drink. Usually here, like I always wondered like why I start to lose my drive probably around the 15th hole.
Mhm.
Just you don't think, even in riding in a cart, right? It's not like we're walking. You don't
Yeah.
think your body and your muscles are tiring, but the golf ball shows you that. You're like, dude, for like 14 holes, I hit straight down the fairway. And then all of a sudden, like, boosh, off into the neighborhood house. And you're like, I didn't do anything different. Your muscles are failing. You don't understand that like your muscles are holding a certain position and you're not even realizing it. It's just from your practice. But yeah, that's why I started to see, because of the heat, I was like, man, I can't keep getting drunk. So like my friend Brandon that I know, I worked with AAA in California. He lives in Dallas now, and we've reconnected, and he's coming down next weekend to play golf. But like the last time I went to Dallas and played golf, and the time before he came here, and time before that, my birthday, Evo surprised me. Oh, by the way, hold on. Evo wanted me to say something to you. Oh, she says, okay, tell Sugar Tits I said hi. Evo,
They're extra sweet lately.
she got me like a fancy golf course down in San Antonio. And I checked in and they were like, is your third here? I was like, who's coming? She's like, it's a surprise. And it was him. And so, yeah, like we've reconnected. And I guess next time we'll go up to Dallas. So, yeah, I know it's gay. It's golf.
Is it gay?
I don't know. I don't care what people think. That's, that right there. Hey, world, stop giving a shit so much about what people think. Your life will be better. Your mental health, all this garbage about like my trauma, my mental health. Stop giving a especially like if it's people on this.
Yeah.
Right? That's what I hate. The world through this lens is a shitty, horrible, toasted place. Like we walk outside and there's going to be like a gangbanger and then like some guy in a KKK hood. And all of a sudden, Hitler or Trump with a Hitler mustache and this and that. It's like, dude, you go to work. People are cool. Doesn't matter what the religion, like that's what I always do is like, this thing says the world's on fire. I've always worked at big corporations, so I work around hundreds of people. And it's probably the only reason I have faith in humanity. Because like everybody, I mean, I know we're all like locked in between the HR rules and shit, but like, I don't understand how people lose the disconnect to where like this becomes reality and they don't believe their own eyeballs and their ears and their interactions, right? Maybe they don't go out, so they don't have interactions. Well, go the out then, I love the whole the paradigm of dating now, right? Men are trash. Why aren't men asking us out anymore? Because you came up with some bullshit term when they like a guy that you don't like comes up and asks you out and they're like a creep, or don't verbally rape me, or there's some bullshit. You know what I mean? Like he assaulted me. Because you didn't like him, just say I don't like you. That's what girls used to do to me. Like, here's the inaction. Can I buy you a drink? No. Okay. Normal human male. All right. Well, I shot my shot. Didn't work out. All right. Now, if them gets butthurt and then, and then does something later, yeah, piece of shit. But like, you know, or hey, what's your name? Oh, I'm with some friends. You know, like there's always like the or not the stereotypes, but like the adages of like, oh, I'm here with my girlfriends or my boyfriends. Yeah, because those were the normal get out of jail free cards. Like nobody ever said, no, you're not my type. Well, some do. Some women are honest like that, but like, I don't know, dude.
Does that not make you want her more? Like,
Yeah, you can want her more, but that's how some of these weak motherfuckers cross the line, right? Like, you know, it's like a woman. I mean, you know, women, don't get mad at me, ladies. All right, but these little fucking frail men that you have now, I understand why you're not scared of them because you go to the gym every day and work on your legs. I get it, but you know, back in the day, like, look, Ronda Rousey will beat the living fuck out of me. And every
Do you
chick,
think so?
every chick in the UFC will beat the living fuck. I'll give her a run for money.
Yeah.
Right. Because what I'm not doing is I'm not getting in the octagon with UFC rules with Ronda Rousey.
Yeah,
I don't want to fight her.
Yeah.
All right. Mad respect. Ronda Rousey. I think she's hot because she's like Amazon hot. Like when you like back in the day, we used to think Amazons were hot because they could fight, they could hunt, right? Like like an Amazon in the jungle, kind of like.
So like an Indian chick?
No, it doesn't have to be Indian. Like Wonder Woman was an Amazon, like, even in like a science fiction world, right?
Okay.
They were women warriors, right? Some men just don't really have the, I don't know, confidence.
But like women warriors, was that like ever a real thing?
Yeah. I don't know it off the top of my head, so fuck you. But that's what Google's for. That's what AI is for now.
Yeah.
That's another thing. AI. I find myself asking AI the same questions I would ask Google. Like I'm still trying to. There are some things that are nice. Like I've done some things with AI that you can't do by asking like a Google search.
Yeah.
But I do find myself fucking burning through massive kilowatt hours of electricity.
Yeah.
Asking just because that's what's open. You know what I mean? Like that's the tab that's open.
Yeah.
But I've had it do some things too that really, really. I don't know how. I know certain AIs are good, and they're especially good if you actually know grammar and how to write. You know, like like book writing. Like you read a book and it invokes emotions and you understand the tones with just words. When you can do that, that damn thing will be like 99%. At the end of it, you'll be like, hey, just move this line over. You know what I mean? And it knows though, too, if you write, hey, move the ground wire for the power supply so it's not blocking the image. It's like, and it makes it.
Yeah, AI, it's already kind of pretty powerful, but have you interacted with it like the voice version of it, where you just talk to it and it talks immediately back? And so if you do that, that'll get a little freaky sometimes. Because you end up having a pretty good educational conversation with it.
I am hopeful, but my cynicism and my pessimistic nature outweighs it. And unfortunately, I grew up in the 80s and 90s. It's Skynet. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to be hopeful and everything with it. I just don't see with the retards running around this world how it doesn't become that, right? Because all it takes is one person to give it access to something. Because we do have a lot of people here that think everybody in the world is benevolent and only it's our systems and our governments that make people do bad things. No, dude, some people are just naturally fucking bad, dude. Or they're malevolent because they're ignorant. Right? And I'm like what's going on in the world today that convinces you that like there's like enough people that have common sense to stop that? I would like to see the evidence. My evidence is the world. Like
I would say like religious people would definitely start some shit before. Not before it's too late. It's definitely going to be too late. Like there's no real like winning as far as either eliminating AI or eliminating humanity. Like it's just going to be conflict, I think.
Well, and you know, that's the thing too with religion. Like, I don't know if you want to go over the past, but currently, right? Like, I don't give a fuck about Hindus and Buddhists and Jews. Because if you actually know their religion, they're not when everybody says religion, religious people, It's only Christianity and Islam that always invoke that shit when they want to, right? On somebody else, on how they should act, right? So I don't know. Yeah, I mean, because every time we scientifically discover something, they act like it disproves God. I mean, the one thing religion's got going for it is we don't fucking know what happens after you die. We have yet to cross that fucking barrier. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't know. You know, I don't think if there is a God, I don't think we're going to find him unless we get off this fucking rock or her. Because I know somebody's going to say, oh, well, whatever.
God is him.
I don't think God is, I don't believe in the whole gender is a spectrum thing, except for God.
Mm-hmm.
I think God's a being. I think if there was a real God, right, that created the universe, yada, 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 I don't think his genitalia is what we need to worry about. Like, I think it's a being.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it's not just genitalia. It's, because there's more differences between males and females than just genitalia. Like, there's emotional.
Oh, speaking of that, I'm glad. Thank you for bringing that up. So, to go to where we go in Idaho, closest airport's in Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, the TSA got me for a random. It's funny. If you were to take as many times as I flied in this country and how many random searches I got, it wouldn't look so fucking random. But I'm not mad. But inclusivity is the reason I got hit. You want to know why? When I went through the scanner, right? Because it might offend somebody. The scanner scanned me as a woman and a female, right? Because normally you go through the scanner in certain places, it shows you as a male, right? Because I look back at the TV, the TV they see. No, this one had the female and the male. And guess what? The system couldn't figure out
if you were a chick or a dude.
Guess what area there was a red box around?
Your dick.
My dick. Well, yeah, that's going to happen when you give it the input that I might be a female too.
Yeah.
Right? No shit. And like, I was just like, touch my dick, dude. He's like, we can go to private. Oh, touch my dick.
It's okay. Just
no, search me, dude. Like, I'm like, I got a plane to catch, dude. Like, I'm fucking hungry. I got here early enough to eat food. Fucking, you can swipe my dick, dude. Like, and I'm like, I'm not going to argue how stupid this is. I feel bad for you because you're a little man and you got to swipe my dick. And, you know, like, I'm pretty sure you don't want to do this in the public, but, dude, do it.
Let's go.
Do it. Ain't the first time, right? You know, I've pissed and shit in front of dudes for 4.5 years. Well, longer than that because I got locked up. But, like, just do it, dude. Like, but I thought it was stupid that that's what happened. Like from our standpoint, right? If you're working in the private sector, that's like a waste of resources, right? For feelings. And it's like, okay, yeah, that's how the world works. Fucking swipe my dick. But yeah, I was like, you fucking, I mean, that's what pisses me off. It's a computer that's programmed because you added some input so some fucking blue-haired motherfucker wouldn't get mad. I'm getting searched for no fucking reason. And then on my way out here in Austin, we're going through and there's like a group of adults and like this 12-year-old girl, right? There's like 10 of us going through. Random search, 12-year-old. Really? Really? I mean, I would be mad if you said pick the dude with the fucking beard, but like, really? The 12-year-old girl?
Yeah.
You know? What about all the fucking 12-year-old girls that get in traffic right now? Nobody gives a shit. Yeah. Like, I'm like, really? Like, that's why, like, people are like, this is fucking stupid. And then I wasn't even the guy making a scene as I normally am. There was another there, dude. I was kind of egging him on because I was agreeing with him. And I was laughing at his smart ass remarks. But like, he was just going through it. I was like, well, I was just happy I'm not the only one. I was like, really, dude? That's what pisses me off about the TSA. It's a fucking jobs program.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, and I saw it when we got on the plane because like we happened to like, because there was 3 of us, they put us like Southwest, their front rows have more leg room because there's no tray or seats. But like, there's this little sign that still says don't smoke. No shit. But like, my wife had her little sash purse. Like, you know, chicks are wearing those little, you know, I don't know, chicks, They used to have purses. They got bigger. Now they fucking, it's not a fanny pack because it goes across your stomach, but she had that. And they were like, you got to put that in overhead carry. She's like, why? And the dude pointed at the sign. It's because it's the rules. And those are the fucking people I hate. I know he's just doing his job, but like, that's why we're in the situation we're in. It's just the rules. Well, Jesus Christ, dude, be more complacent. It's like, but it was good flights though. I like Southwest, by the way.
Yeah, no, Southwest is good. But how did you react like during the COVID stuff whenever they would come at you for your mask and stuff?
I just dealt with it. I did leave the last company to go because there was rumors that we were going to have to get a mandatory jab. And I'm like, I mean, that's the thing. Look, for COVID, dude, people had to pick their convictions. And I understand maybe they didn't have an out, but sure as hell my out showed the fuck up. Right? Because like I applied a year before and not a fucking word. And you know how they do it.
Yeah.
Where we work. They're going to wait a fucking year. They're going to call you and then say, can you start Wednesday? You know what I mean? Like, and I was like, well, then, I'm not going to do that. Because it was stupid at work too. Because it's like in a fab, you wear tissue paper masks, right? Because you don't want to get particles on the semiconductors. Fair enough, right? So, but if we were working on something and I was like, hey, G, we got to replace this RF generator. It's like 50 fucking pounds underneath a chamber. It's very awkward. We're in bunny suit. We're in fucking, smock room suits. We're sweating. We're breathing hard. We'll be right next to each other with tissue paper. That's fine. Essential worker. Keep going. But then when we go to lunch, right? All the tables in the cafeteria only had one chair on them, right? And then we got to sit apart from each other. But outside in the building, tissue paper masks still count. I'm like, that's my problem when the logic doesn't track, And dude, I'm telling you, man, I don't think they tried to ruin the education system, but I think benevolence ruined the education system. There's no more critical thinking. So, and you don't have to be an epidemiologist. Back in the day, they taught us science, with viruses and shit like that, right? The two just don't line the fuck up, right? They're like, oh, it's because it has laminar flow in the fab, right? Which is they're always pumping air from the ceiling down to push particles down. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. It's I can't say hindsight looking back. I was like, I said everything right, and I knew it was going to go this way. But again, some of the symptoms of what they were doing, you're like, this doesn't make any fucking sense. It's like you're trying to fucking control people.
Yeah.
And what scared me about COVID, especially after I got COVID and my wife got COVID. What scared me about it is how easy it was to fucking corral people.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's ridiculous. Like I think everybody should go every American citizen should have to go live out abroad a year. It would just change their perspective. And just by changing their perspective, they would change their views on a lot of things. They do not have a perspective that the rest of the world is fucking dangerous, right? Like we have safety proof the fucking country so fucking much that they don't understand when real danger is around. And like, that's the biggest thing. They're just scared for their safety, right? I will throw my convictions, my thoughts, everything out the window if something might move the safety needle for me just a little bit. There is no absolute safety here, right? Being a human being, right? Like you fucking walking down the road and fucking forklift hits you. Like there's no absolute. You can do things. You can be like, this place, forklifts fucking run people over and keep my head on a swivel. There's no absolute, but people just will do anything for fucking safety. Sorry, dude. That's the McConaughey's. That's the problem with McConaughey's. It's a burp machine. This shit's better than Coke if you need to burp. But yeah, I don't know. It's just perspective. I'm the sum of my experiences, and I've had different experiences. I didn't have, well, now according to half my genealogy, I had a privileged life, but I didn't have a fucking privileged life. So like, I don't know. I guess I appreciate shit. I have gratitude for shit. That's my biggest problem with the whole privilege thing. Is if I'm not going to go with that narrative because you're taking everything all my hard work away. If that's where I'm at, making what I make, doing what I'm doing, right? Then you're saying like I didn't do anything, right? You know, you're saying I didn't work 50 hours, risking my life, telling, and going to school full time. You're saying I didn't work a job, and I'm not going to bring in the military. You're saying I didn't work a job where I climbed 300 feet a day for 2 years away from my wife and kid when my kid was the youngest, so our bills could be paid. You're taking away the fact that I took a job at home because my wife didn't want me traveling, but the best thing I could do is be a contractor at a semiconductor place. And then I had to be the best contractor to get transferred to full time. And then I had to move up in that. And then I had to convince the assholes where I work now to hire me. And then everything I've done inside that building, like you've taken that away. Why? Because my mom was adopted in Germany? You know, like that's why I'll never get on board with that shit. It's like, yeah, I have privilege because I make good friends. I know how to make friends. Friends have helped me, but that's what friends do. I help people too. Like, it's not a privilege. You know, my mom raised me, right? Like I hate the argument of like, you know, gotten way better than me. But you know, I tell my wife, I'm like, she's like, I don't know what to do. You know, well, I mean, by the way, she's 18 now. She got her license yesterday. It's the first day she drove herself to work by herself. So I was like, I should make it to work, you know? But like I told my wife, like we're always like, fuck, what do we do? You know, she's being a fucking teenage girl. And I'm like, and you know, Evo, she's more dude than chick. I was like, what? I was like, this got to land on you. I don't know. I don't have for reference. My experience is way different than hers. But like, but I tell my wife, I was like, babe, you do realize we're in uncharted water. Our parents divorced when we were 10. We don't even know what it looks like. Right. So I think we're doing a pretty good job.
Yeah.
But it's not a privilege that her parents stayed together and help her out. That's what I hate, that privilege that you try to take away. You know, like, yeah, there's rich kids who've had rich fucking parents. But at the end of the day, this whole eat the rich, tax the rich bullshit, if you can show me that they fucked people over or hurt people or broke laws, I'm fully on board with you. Right?
So like the billionaires that make money off of wars and COVID and...
Okay. Did they start the war? Yeah, they might pay for the politician. Yeah. That's another problem. No, I get it. No, that's absolutely justified. We got to get that shit out of there, first of all. Again, politicians, why we think this might be a problem with democracy, or this, it's not a problem with democracy. I'm all about democracy in a republic. Everybody leaves that one out. I totally support the republic because I'm more about the individual than the masses. But we've gotten it, and it loops. Every cycle we vote for fucking people. People vote for somebody who's never lived a real life. If you're a politician, right, even the geriatric ones that shouldn't even be in there, right, but the newer ones, like AOC, I'm going to take her politics out of it. Who the fuck is she to be a representative of a district in New York in the House of Representatives? She was a bartender, right? But most of those motherfuckers, they go to college, political science or some bullshit degree like that, right? They intern for somebody that's already in the fucking beltway, right? They get the funding because, yeah, it's buddy fucking buddy. And then we vote as like that's going to be the leader to get us out of our fucking problems. You know?
Mm-hmm.
That's not how it fucking works. And it's every single fucking one of them. Not all of them, but it's every single one of them. That's not how this thing was supposed to be designed, right? Like, again, it goes back to like the best leaders are the ones that don't want to be fucking leaders. That's the ones we need to go. That's why there's term limits. That's the ones we need to go. You know what? I'm going to go represent Texas for this amount of time. And either I'm going to push the needle or I'm going to hold the line. But I know the majority of Texans like being Texans, like living the way they do, right? This country, 50 states. I know Hawaii and Alaska showed up later. And so did half the fucking West. It's 50 experiments under one rule of experiment, or one experiment rule and guidelines. The Constitution. Stay within those boundaries. Let's see what happens. It's 50 different experiments. You know, it's so, but I don't even know what the fuck we're talking about because I go off on a tangent.
Billionaires, bad people or not bad people?
Well, bad people aside, like, would you say criminals are bad people?
It just depends. Yeah.
Murder, rapist,
Yeah.
robbery.
I mean, yeah.
Right?
I mean, it's like people do bad things, but as far as like whether or not they're bad people, it
I
just
just
depends
question when
whether
you
or not
say they're
they're.
bad people. You're like, let's steal from them because it's
Oh
stealing.
no, yeah.
It's at the end of the like I get it, like, so, but that's a very small group, and then we always talk about.
And well, like, because people say tax the rich, but I don't necessarily want that money getting transferred from that individual to the government. A government that like the best thing they do is waste money. Like that's the number one bad thing that they do. It's just throw money around like nothing.
If you balance your budget and I balance my budget and Dan balance his budget and Rand balance his budget and blah, 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 everybody we work with balance their budget the way the fucking US government does, we wouldn't have houses, we wouldn't have cars, we wouldn't be eating. Like that, like inflation's a bitch right now, but why is the number one story, or should be the top three, is we got to stop printing fucking money. Every time they just print money out of thin air, the value of your money goes down, guys. Right? And I get it. I'm on board. I'm ex-military, love the country. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of wars. But I only learned that in hindsight. Because when we started the Iraq war, I was a fucking 20-year-old oorah fucking Marine, right? And remember, I didn't join after fucking 9/11. I took the sacrifice and signed the fucking papers to serve my country and follow fucking orders while we were at peace.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But I knew the game, right? Like all the motherfuckers that I served with that were like, I didn't join the Marine Corps to go to war. You joined the wrong fucking branch, dude. Right? Like if not going to war and going to the military to get the GI Bill or anything was like that, like the Coast Guard, bro, you're only going to go about 100 miles off the fucking coast. After that, it's international waters. Like, so like, but, and again, I can look back, like, and what, I got stop lossed my last year in because my last year was the start of the year that we invaded. And after the invasion, they let us out. And I don't know what it was. And again, I don't have a crystal ball or anything, but it didn't feel right. Like, and again, I took in context clues. All right. The way the ROEs, the rules of engagement changed in such a rapid way, it didn't make any sense to me. Right. And
ROE?
Yeah. Rules of engagement.
Rules.
Like it went from like,
so the rules that you have to confirm that these things are true before you actually.
They're just basically, you want to break it down. They're factors if I get to shoot a motherfucker or not.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So when we invaded, they were very liberal. They're not, I wouldn't say liberal. They're just what happens when you're going into a conflict. If somebody has a gun, you can shoot them. Then they got to shoot at them. Mm-hmm. Right. By the time that war was over, fucking Obama was giving medals for people not shooting back after their friend just got fucking shot. And I'm like, well, that only a politician can do some shit like that, because in the moment, right? You say that like, oh, well, he didn't want to hurt civilians because he was being shot at and, his friend took fire. Yeah, dude, the thing about it is like when you're in the military, especially when you're single, your friends are your fucking family. Let me shoot your fucking uncle in front of you, right? There's going to be a feeling. You know what I mean? Like, and then you're like, oh shit, I got one in my hand. And like, it's like, I don't think it's courageous for them not to fucking fire back, but they changed. And then, like by the time we got done with the invasion, like cause like that was the thing, right? Like the BBC was our, pretty much was like, our Sirius XM for the war. Mm-hmm. And we had little radios. BBC was the only thing broadcasting. Shit just didn't line up. And I was like, I don't know what's out there, in life after, but I'm gonna give that a shot. I was like, but yeah, we shouldn't have spent 20 years and all the fucking billions of dollars we spent on this fucking wars. Afghanistan, like I'm not that much in the geopolitics. My whole thing with these wars is I don't think it will ever fight a war again in this country, because it's a different environment, right? You can kind of see, and it's the media. And I'm not saying the media, the news media. It's the media that you have access to, right? Everybody was okay up until the Korean War. But what happened in the Vietnam War? Walter Cronkite was embedded. Dan Rather, all of those motherfuckers were embedded. You get to see it. Even if you didn't see like a fucking U.S. serviceman like gunned down a kid or whatever, but you saw kids missing arms and, you know, mothers carrying their childs. And look, I get it. It'll have an effect on you, right? Or you'll see fucking soldiers fucking holding their own guts in and shit, right? And it's the same thing over there. I mean, like, you know, we used to joke about it while we were over there. We're like, you know, if you shoot a kid because he looks like, it's kind of like the Chris Kyle thing, right? You know, like the media will run before he can. Chris Kyle could have done the debrief. If a media was there when he shot a kid with a fucking grenade, the media will already have a story playing back in the States before he could do the debrief and write the after action report. And like, when nobody wants to be that guy, right? Like, because you're fucking ruined, right? Especially like if your name gets remembered, like, oh, you're applying for this job. Phillip Lane. Why the fuck does that sound familiar? You know, like nobody wanted to be that guy. But, you know, if you look at war, the history of the human race, like, yeah, back in the day when we used to carpet bomb shit without guided missiles, and there was a tank factory in some German town, and the German civilians didn't leave, and it's not like we gave them a warning like we do now. Yeah, some people fucking died. Like, we glaze over that, right? Like somehow all wars up until like Vietnam or the Iraq wars, like there's this no collateral damage. There's no mistakes made. There's no, if the civilians are not in a fucking refugee line, the opposite of the battle, well, they're going to get hit, you know, like, again, you know why they say war is hell? It's not just because what soldiers go through. It's fucking hell, dude. Because it has no regard if you're 10 years old, a woman, you know. I will say this about Iraq. If the fucking women would have fought us, they might have won. Because over there, the women do everything. You'll see them carrying like fucking big old weave baskets, like 50 pounds on their head, and the fucking dudes are just walking behind them holding hands. And the other one's always working. Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Holding hands?
Yeah.
Dudes?
Yeah. Girls are for procreation. Dudes are for pleasure, dude.
Right, but isn't that like frowned upon in Muslim countries?
Some.
Oh, but not Afghanistan?
Yeah. Well, not in Iraq.
Oh, in Iraq, yeah.
I'm not saying every single fucking pair of dudes you saw were holding hands, but at least what I can say is if there was a woman and a dude, the woman was doing the work. And the dude was nowhere near trying to help. Right? So, yeah, the women are tougher over there than the dudes. They would have fought us. They might have had a chance. It's funny because, like, have you watched? I think I told you to watch, but have you watched Generation Kill?
Yeah. If
you want a window into the Marine Corps during the invasion, watch it.
It's a movie?
No, it's a series.
Oh,
it's kind of like a modern Band of Brothers for Iraq. You follow like it's actually based on a book. One of the Marines it's in the recon platoon, and he just pretty much writes what he went through, and a lot of crossover with what I went through and I saw. But I'm telling you, just the mannerisms, the slang, the shit talking they talk to each other, like, you know, there's one Mexican dude from LA and he's always talking about the white man's holding him down, and then the white dude Brad, he's like, man, you talk black. Your wife's white, you know, and like you grew up in Pasadena. What the fuck are you talking about? You know, like white boys, like white boy trying to be black, right? Talking black, like everything that was going on at that time, fucking scream racism, because that's what happens, because that's what can happen between people. Because that's what I love. That's why, you know, you're showing me that clip. The military's home. You know, I can literally say in a tone that's probably not acceptable some shit about you being Hispanic, right? But at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck when the bullets are flying, what color you are, because there's an American fucking flag on your arm.
Yeah.
Right? But like, you could only truly be free with somebody like that, you know, if there's a connection. And yeah, it shows like stupid officers, good officers who are just following orders, kind of like work, right? You're like, God damn it, dude. Like, stop making me have to convince these guys that it sucks and we're doing it this way because there's a justifiable reason. We all know it's not. And what it's like to have a fucking nitpicky first sergeant when you're in the field bitching about the fucking mustache standards and don't wear your beanie when it's fucking cold because, it's just shit like that. But you see it. And it's good. I love it. And I mean, I put it maybe because I kind of lived it, but like how Band of Brothers is so like accurate, and even if there's not a lot of accuracy there, but that one is because every episode they show you what or at the end of the series they show you the old people that were doing the narration, who they were, the characters they were. But yeah, I put it on that level of like realism, so yeah, you should watch that one.
Yeah. Generation Kill.
Generation Kill.
Is it, do you know if it's on any other streamers?
It might be on something, but it's an HBO series, so it's probably,
probably HBO then. Yeah.
I think I've seen it pop up on some of the other streaming services, but if you got HBO,
yeah,
so no, it's good. I try to tell people watch it. They're like, "What is it like?" I'm like, "Watch that." Like,
just fucking watch it.
Just us in mop gear for no fucking reason, sweating our fucking ass off.
I recently.
That's another thing. That right there was a first sign of bullshit. So when we staged at the border and invaded for the first couple weeks,
what are you talking?
Probably a month in Iraq. Why hindsight is 2020. We did it in mop gear because we were.
What is mop gear?
So mop gear is NBC gear. It's nuclear biological, right? So we thought they had gas, right? Because like he has fucking used gas on his own people, Saddam at the time. So it's a suit, your gas mask. You got like rubber gloves, rubber boots, right? So you can fight and gas. And never saw any sign of it. And then all of a sudden, hey, we're not in MOP 4. So there's levels, like DEF CON, there's MOP levels, right? MOP level 4 is like you have the boots on, the rubber boots over your boots, you have your pants on, and you have your top on, right? And like the next level is just put your fucking gas mask on and your gloves, put the hood on. So, but that's how we were MOP 4 for a long time. Then all of a sudden, no MOP. And it's like, okay, well, the whole weapons of mass destruction shit gets a little real. Yeah, like, well, really? I mean, found ton. I mean, I saw brand new. I mean, we took armories, brand new weapons, but not small arms, not fucking nuclear or biological. So,
yeah.
So you're like, okay. Well, that's falling apart. Your patriotism starts to. Yeah, I'm gonna take my honorable discharge and see what's like living in Southern California, let's see if I can do it that way. But
yeah, so you realize through towards the end of your tenure of being a Marine that fuck, this might be bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I never growing up like 9/11 happened and then we're in Iraq, and nothing made sense as to how that ended up happening. Because from what I heard is that the guys that ended up doing 9/11 were from Saudi Arabia. And I would assume that we'd had tensions with Saudi Arabia, but we never really fucked around.
No.
We actually fought for Saudi Arabia
in the first Gulf War. Yeah. No, yeah, you're right. I mean, I'm not going to argue with it. I agree with it. Like, it didn't make sense. It's a little different, though, when you're in the military.
Mm.
And maybe my eagerness to kill people. I mean, that's how the Marine Corps trains you.
Yeah.
Right? Like, so, like, my first duty station was Japan. And my MOS, my job, is such a small group. If you get shafted, let me get another McConaughey's, dude. If you get the shaft of your first duty station being a year overseas, the monitor, which is that's the title of the guy who places people, he lets you pick where you want to come back to, right? Because the Marine Corps doesn't have a lot of choices. It's East Coast, West Coast.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I grew up on the East Coast, so let me go to the West Coast. And I kind of picked. Nothing was really popping off in the world when I did it, but I was like, just going off the last war being in the Middle East,
the
first Gulf War, I was like, well, let me go to California because like all you do is play in the desert. And like, if you have a desert war, you're going to pick at least the 1st Marine Division's going to go because all they do is train in the desert. The 2nd Marine Division trains in the fucking forest and shit, right?
Mhm.
So I was like, at least I'll be involved. And again, you know, wide-eyed. Oh, cheers,
Cheers.
Stella. Got the wide eye open. I'm fucking oorah Marine, you know.
Mhm.
So that's kind of why I ended up there too, yeah. Which was good though too, because like we had some fucking East Coast Marines come in and support us. I didn't know what the fuck to do in the desert. Their guns were jamming up because after sandstorms and shit, and fucking, they're like, they told us no lube in the desert. No, it's less lube in the desert. You still have to lube it, right? Like dip that bitch in some fucking JPH and then fucking put some water on it and then lube it up. Like literally, I had a saw. This one guy had a saw. I couldn't pogo stick the goddamn chamber on it, like on the charging handle. I was jumping. I couldn't fucking, you know. But yeah, that and like the Marine Corps also showed me during my progression through it. It wasn't Full Metal Jacket. It wasn't. It wasn't up to. So it's just like I remember my drill instructors when we were going through. They were like, the way the Marine Corps is changing, you're going to. The people that come after you are going to be shittier, and it's just going to go. It was getting really political, right? And like I got in trouble for some shit that you wouldn't think you would get in trouble for, right? Like some guys in school were doing drugs and they dropped my name and then they tested me and I didn't test. And then because they couldn't get me for that, they were like, oh, you didn't tell us. So they NJP'd me under general article unbecoming a Marine. I was like, so I'm supposed to snitch? Like, do you want me to do that if I get captured?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, my unit's over here. Like, I'm like, okay. And like times are changing, right? And shit changed. I don't know, I don't know if hazing's a good thing or a bad thing, but I went through it. I remember I had a problem being on time. And the senior class, like when you go to MO school, there's a senior class and a junior class. The senior class has already started their courses, right? So it's like a cycle. And you always had like duty call every night, right? And formation, be on time. And I had a problem being late. So one day, all of a sudden, they showed up in my room. They didn't private pile me. I got the point, though. So that should explain to you why I'm such a stickler for time. And look, lesson learned fucking 20 fucking years ago.
Yeah, but what actually happened if you didn't
a lot of kicks and punches.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't like a pillowcase full of soap.
No. No, that I've seen a lot of hazing. I've never seen that.
Oh,
that's like a bridge too far. I remember in boot camp, we had a guy, and in boot camp, seriously, like when they fuck up, you pay for it, right? And on top of so boot camp, right? They have like the front of the barracks. It's called the quarterdeck, right? The quarterdeck's on a ship, but this ain't on a ship. But when you fuck up, they bring you up there and they smoke you. And by smoking, I mean they just physically train the fuck out of you, right? Like they're like push-ups. So you're doing push-ups, and they're like, okay, side straddle hops, which are jumping jacks. So they just got you go from push-ups to jumping jacks to mountain climbers to leg lifts, and it doesn't fucking stop for a long fucking time. But every drill instructor back in the day when I was there, they had their own little group when they were bored, right? They try to justify it, right? Like they had the fat bodies who people were a little overweight. And then I still remember his fucking name. I don't remember the names of the people in my class today, but Staff Sergeant Saray, big gym bro before gym bros were gym bros, right? And he had a gold tooth, black dude from I think he was from Louisiana. And if I get that wrong, I'm sorry. But he used to talk like this. He'd be like, get over here, Lane. You're gonna be one of my lifers. And like when he get bored and he was on duty, he'd be like, lifers, get up here. And but so that's fine. I mean, you're getting picked on there and you fuck up. But when we're doing something as a platoon, we had a guy, I can't remember his fucking name. I do remember the guy that was his top rack, Bunky. And we didn't do the private pile, but same shit, middle of the night. we kind of did hold him down with the sheets, and everybody got fucking licks on him, right? And why it's funny, I'm not laughing at that dude, but I mean, why it's funny is all the commotion woke up Metters. I think Metters was gay, but I'm not judging. I would have served with him, no big deal. But he stood up because all the commotion, like he sat up he was sleeping, right? He sat up and somebody decided to get a lick on him and they slapped him. And the funny part is, and God damn it, I wish I could remember his name. But you could hear Metters say, hey, I'm not the guy on the bottom bunk. Mm-hmm. Like even Metters was like, hey, you hit the wrong fucking dude. That's why I remember it's fucking funny, right? Like it wasn't as serious as the Full Metal Jacket Private Pile thing, right?
Yeah.
But like I got in trouble for hazing. Like I said, hazing set me straight. I'm not saying it always does, but like later on in my career, I got in trouble for hazing. Mm-hmm. And because I think, like my drill instructor was trying to tell me, like the shift happened while I was enlisted. So like I was getting things where they were going to drop the hammer that were no longer acceptable after this time period. So like I couldn't carry on that way, or I could, but you're going to pay the price. But it's funny, dude. I got NJP'd after NJP'd.
What is NJP?
Non-judicial punishment.
Oh.
So you break a rule, but it's not severe enough to kick you out, but they take your fucking rank. They take pay for a while, or they'll restrict you to the barracks. Right? It pretty much will. It's a career ruiner. It's like at work, if you get a write-up, that would never leave your record, right? You could get it your first year, and then you're in your 7th year trying to get a position, and then they're like, you got written up for being late 7 years ago. Like, it's that kind of thing will do to your record.
Yeah.
Right? And so, but hey, the great thing about combat, I made it all back. So that worked. I had my colonel fly out on a helicopter just to put rank on my flak jacket.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Was that ceremonial or?
That was the ceremony.
Oh, is that he would fly?
Yeah, and
all
then
the way
after that,
there?
it was fucking go into this small town and try and get shot out and call back if you do. But they flew out a helicopter because at the time, because it was old Mad Dog Mathis who was in charge, and he said, I don't want anybody that's been here fighting lower than a lance corporal. So we all got instantly promoted.
Who's Mad Dog Mathis?
The first fucking Trump put him as I know him as Mad Dog. What's his fucking Trump's first
a general?
He was a general then.
Uh-huh.
His first
right, closest to my
his first defense secretary that didn't work out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. I thought who was it? I thought it was Bolton, but probably that was after.
Yeah, he didn't last.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Trump likes to fire people. So, but yeah. So I made it all back.
Yeah.
I even got promoted after I got out.
But how does that
Well, because when you sign the contract, ladies and gentlemen, if you're deciding to join the Marine Corps, understand that you sign for 4 years active and 4 years inactive. And then in the inactive, they can call you back. It's never a 4-year contract. But in the inactive, if you're cutting scores, because it's going to go off your last rifle score, your last PFT score, any classes you've done, right? Because you got to get a score. So this is why I don't care when I hear the youngsters complain about promotions, because my first system of promotions was you got to do the effort. You got to shoot expert, right? If you shoot marksman, yeah, you're just shooting yourself in the foot. You got to get a 300 PFT, 300 points on a PFT. I can't run. But I made sure on my pull-ups and on my sit-ups I could do 100. Well, I did 20 pull-ups and 100 sit-ups. And I still qualified for the 3 mile. And then you do like additional classes, kind of like these guys where they like take classes and they're like, oh, well, you're doing this in robotics. That creates a score, right? But then you got to have boat spaces in your job role for promotion. So they come out and they're like, oh, okay, we have this many spaces. And now you're competing against everybody in your job role across the fucking world, right? Mm-hmm. And what they do is, and then there is a thing called time in service. So even if you have the score, but you don't have the time in service of your previous rank, you don't even qualify. But see, then that's the thing. So you got to hope spots open up, and you got to hope the cutting score is a score that you're above. so you can even be considered, right? And I guess I still have I get my score my score qualified when Sergeant opened up, and they were like, because my mom got it in the mail, my sergeant's warrant. So I'm not a sergeant because I didn't fucking earn it. But like, it's just
Yeah.
nice. It's like, oh, okay.
I had a guy come in here. His name is David Thomas. He told me about how his dad got the Purple Heart twice and rejected it both times.
Let me borrow your lighter.
Oh yeah.
Why did he reject it?
He didn't think he deserved it.
Well, you know what? When it comes to the Purple Heart, I'm gonna take from the horse's mouth.
Yeah.
It's not. I guess I could get it. My thought would be like, he doesn't want the sympathy, or he might have some survivor's guilt. He doesn't want a award because it's an award, but it's not. It's an award if you take a bullet or you take some shrapnel but you survive pretty much intact. Like a Purple Heart ain't making a dude that lost his leg feel better, right? Like, and then if you got a Purple Heart and your friends died, I could see why you're like, yeah, like they had it worse, like because even when you die, you get a Purple Heart. But yeah, I get it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, purple. I don't know. Like, is Purple Heart the number one thing that you could get?
When you say number one, are we ranking the medals?
Yeah,
Is
that ranking? Like, how do you rank the medals? Like, what?
Well, you would only rank the medals if you were a cunt. It's more like ego and gravitas.
Yeah.
Like, because it's really like badges of honor, right? If we put it that way, like when you're wearing your medals. Like I remember we'd go to Marine Corps balls, and like I said, was a troublemaker, so I wouldn't have anything on my sleeves. That's where you put your rank. But I'd have like 3 stacks of awards and ribbons and medals. And, that's the great thing about the Marine Corps ball. It's like, that's the time where it's like acceptable for me to get shit faced and talk shit to officers. Right. And because you're wearing your like shooting badges, and like you run into like an officer and 364 days a fucking year, dude, that guy is telling you how to wipe your ass if he wanted to. Right. Yes, sir. All right. But if they're cool and you can get away with it, you're shit faced and you're like, hey, sir, I was like, I don't have any stripes on my sleeves or fancy shiny things on my collar, but you're looking a little light in the chest, sir. Because it just shows your experience. It's a way it's just recognition, right? It's like, I had my overseas ribbon with like 2 stars on it, and it's like, they started giving out the National Defense Medal, like right after you get out of boot camp, after 9/11, sometime after 9/11. I never got it because I joined before it. I got it, but like, like you see newbies and then like butter bars, right? That's what we call junior lieutenants. They got that patch. It's like, oh, you made it through OCS. Good for you, sir.
Yeah. What's the pizza stain?
That's the pizza stain.
That's the pizza stain. Okay.
And then for the Marine Corps, because you wear your shooting badges, if it's marksman, it's a box, right, that has like the bullseye circles in it, but we call it the pizza box, right, because it's the lowest level, right? So you want your cross rifles. That's the expert.
Mm-hmm.
And then the sharpshooter looks like the Iron Cross.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that's the one time to talk shit. You're like, hey man, nice pizza stain with your pizza boxes, right? Because if you do rifle and pistol, and and it's like, I used to give my lieutenant shit, and he was cool though because he used to be enlisted, but the guy couldn't shoot. But I used to give him shit. I was like, it's a good thing you're behind me, sir.
Yeah.
Like
Ram sent me this. What would you call this?
Is that his challenge coin?
I think so. I don't know.
Well, I wouldn't call it. I would call it a challenge coin, but like a religious one. Usually challenge coins have your unit on it, right? So it's like an old thing where like the rarer the challenge coin, you buy them the drink. So like it's called a challenge coin because you challenge each other,
Mm-hmm.
like kind of like when because Steve gave us those It's a rarity thing, right? Like
Mhm.
Steve gave us those Tesla veteran challenge coins. But I mean, it's usually a unit coin. Like in the Navy, it'll be their boat, you know?
Yeah.
Like so like if you were served on a submarine that like went down, even if you weren't on it when it went down, but like it's
Mhm.
a rare coin, right? Because you're not going to get any more coins because that submarine went down,
Right.
right? Like it's based on your unit. So
Okay.
like, and then that's just whatever hierarchy you guys want to play in on that one, because like, Marines hate the rest of the services unless somebody's talking shit that's civilian. But like inside the Marines, it's even worse because you got grunts like Ram who are like, fuck you, Phil, you're a pogue because I carried a Stinger missile, but I wasn't a grunt, right? But then I have a combat action and he never saw combat. So I jump up on like in the ego trip, I jump higher, in the machismo fucking ladder. It's like, yeah, okay, dude, you want to swing dicks? Let's swing dicks. Yeah, you're a grunt. Good for you. Did you see combat, bitch? Like, so you're a useless toy, right? Like,
Useless toy.
I didn't go to grunt school, but I still got shot at. So fuck you, it's shit like that. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, other than that, because it had the Bible verse in it.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, he was like, this is the original Crusader shit. Like,
mm.
let's go.
We talked about the Crusades at work. I heard something about the Crusades because you asked like what the fuck was going on. It was just Muslims were moving into Europe. They made it all the way to Spain. So
Yeah, did you see the Moroccan thing that happened just now?
it's just a trip, bro. Let me ask everybody one question before you form a fucking opinion. Where are the women and children?
Mhm.
How do we dump thousands of people? That is an invasion without guns.
Mhm.
And it wasn't even old men in canes. If I was like fucking old men in canes, I'd be like, somebody get Pop out of the fucking water, dude. But like, come on now, dude. Like, and I saw one interview where the guy's like, yeah, my coworker died and they were talking to me about it, so I had to get the fuck out. I was like, okay, lost in translation, but I feel like, were they insinuating you had something to do with it? Yeah, that's the guy I want coming in and working at fucking Domino's. Fuck, dude. Like,
Yeah. No, because I didn't know anything about the Crusades up until I think it was like this year when it started like being brought up more. And I didn't realize that Muslims really did almost conquer Europe. Or pretty much did. It's just they pushed back eventually.
Like, I try not to be hateful to them. I've seen some. Again, I know there's the narrative of like Muslims are mostly peaceful, and they are. I've had tea with Iraqis and everything. They are. It's the same with any kind of group. But what I was telling you at work is like it's that group addressing the extreme minorities inside their group. I don't feel like they do that enough. I mean, and I feel like it's the religion because a lot of math and science comes from fucking Muslims. Like, what happened? Like, if you go back, they always like to tout history. Like, oh yeah, we came up with this math. What did you do with it? Did you let your like the same people that would say that are the same people that are against religion and can't see that? I'm pretty sure the fucking religion and dictatorship and fucking bending the knee inside your own community is the reason your growth stopped. Right? Yeah, I mean, we did some wicked shit for our growth. We don't do it now.
Yeah.
And again, we had to get out of our own way. If we would have let Christianity do what they wanted to do in Catholicism, yeah, we'd fucking you wouldn't be watching a podcast right now because it'd be fucking Satan.
Whoa, what do you mean?
Like the old school, like why we would burn fucking women because they didn't float. They were witches, like if we let
but that was like Protestant type.
Yeah, but it's still religion, dude. Like
Yeah.
that's the kind of shit. Like if Christianity would have never been like, okay, we can live in a world with science and science is moving ahead, right? And like we can let science move ahead and not get butthurt about it where we have to stomp it down. We have to use the power that we have as the church now to stomp it down. Yeah, dude, things would be fucking different.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm glad we don't live in a world where like the church has power to be like, the iPhone is the devil. You know what I mean? Like foosball is the devil, right? Like,
yeah.
That kind of shit. Somebody explain to me what the fuck happened. Like, what happened to Iran? It was like the Middle East Bahamas. I've seen the pictures.
Yeah. I guess we regime changed them and introduced the what's his name? Some prince.
Yeah.
Or whatever, yeah. And then we regime changed that monarchy and installed the Ayatollah. And now
And he rolled with it.
And now we
okay, we
could
take some fall for doing that, but like at the same time, dude, like my biggest thing is I'm an asshole. I want immigrants that will add value and assimilate.
Yeah.
And I want everybody to be, oh, woe is me, my country is so dangerous. Stand the fuck up. You know why I'm so pro-American? Because I respect the assholes in 1776 that did it. Now, yeah, the circumstances were a little better for them because this is the fucking North American continent and there was an ocean and the technology. You guys have to do something like that. Running away from it and then going somewhere where they hope you take care of it, it will never change it. Right? It's like I don't respect it. Just inherently in my bones, I don't respect it. Like, I love Mexico. I also knew when I went to TJ and Warriors back in the fucking day, like, I went to TJ's and Warriors for drinking and pussy. But I also knew don't go down this fucking street. And I don't want to live there. Like, I can't wait to go walk over the bridge and get back. That's why I used to hate, like, be proud, be Mexican. Don't be proud and Mexican and hate America when it's fucking 5 miles that way and you're not doing anything to change it.
Yeah.
Like, what are you proud of? You ran away? To me, that's how I interpret it. Now, I could be completely wrong, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you're running away from these fucking places. Even if everybody that landed in fucking Spain, it just wants a better fucking life. That's a goddamn brigade. Fight, motherfucker. And then that goes to the gun argument. Maybe they can't fight because they had their guns taken away.
Yeah.
So what the fuck are we going to do? We're just going to play the game of Risk where you move mass amounts of people, that's humanity for the rest of our life. Run away from problems. Don't fight back.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, let me take a piss real quick. All right, we're back. Did you watch the Odyssey yet?
I'm not going to watch it.
No?
No.
You haven't heard any like reviews or anything about it? They're like, why aren't you going to watch it?
It doesn't, I'm not going to get into the whole gender swapping shit, all that other shit. But like, it's tainted right from the beginning, right? Like, what's the point? Like, you're trying to push the message. That's the thing, dude. Like, I've seen the Odyssey before. And from everything I've heard and seen about it, like, it's not going to be any fucking good comparatively to it. Like, this is what I hate in general with Hollywood. Hollywood, if you're fucking listening, you fucking retards. If you're going to reboot everything or redo everything, for you to succeed, it has to be better. And it's not. Whatever they were doing in the 80s and 90s with Ghostbusters and all the shit, they figured it out. It was entertaining. I don't go to watch movies to get preached to, right? I go to experience something. Now, good movies that, make you, that thought provoke you. They're not always like so in your face about the fucking message, whatever message you're trying to get by now. There's no creativity. I'm not mad that AI is going to take your fucking job because it's more fucking creative than you are, right? Because you're restricted because you're trying to make funny, entertaining, dramatic shit in these guardrails of like, I don't want to hurt anybody's fucking feelings or I need to push this message. I will say this though, The Running Man, I can respect it.
What's The Running Man?
So it's a movie they redid. It was an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, like dystopia. You get convicted. Everybody watches this game show where you try to survive and people try to kill you.
Yeah.
And like it's like WWE, but they're trying to kill you because like they're each their own little character, how they kill you. Like one has electricity, one has like a chainsaw, they redid that and they put a little spin on it and that's fine. But that's like one every year. Like, it's kind of like I'm a Trekkie guy and I fucking hate what they did to Star Trek. not you know, and I know like Drinker and like Nerdrotic give JJ Abrams shit for his,
Yeah.
but I respect it. I respect that because like, so you know, in the first one, it starts and they use time travel, but it does change the timeline, right? So it's understandable why Spock's in charge and Kirk isn't, and you know, and then they got to go through some shit, and then Kirk becomes the captain, and they kind of reference because you could ask Evo for like the second one, Into Darkness, right? Because I guess they kept it well hidden, or I wasn't looking for it, but in when Benedict Cumberbatch, and I love that dude's name, right? He's like, my name is Khan. I literally was like, because my wife was like, did you just gasp? Because yeah, I'm a Trekkie. I remember the Wrath of Khan, the original Wrath of Khan. And I was like, fuck yeah, right? Like, so they like brought back shit. You know, they even did the shit where like Kirk saves the core, but he's the one inside dying. But in the original, Spock was the one dying, right? I can respect all that because they didn't go too silly with the look. And Discovery was all right in the beginning, but you start to get that message like girl boss. And then you look at like, I liked the new Star Trek Strange New Worlds. And look, maybe it's because I'm a dude, but you know, if we're being honest, who the fuck is your fan base for Star Trek and Star Wars? Dudes. Well, when you make the bridge crew 90% fucking female and it's all like fucking female empowerment and like the new Star Trek Academy, it's like gays and neurodivergent holograms and like shut the fuck up. Like we watch Star Trek because this is what I learned from Star Trek. It's where humanity needs to be. We didn't give a fuck about color, race, and that's why we took alien races in, and we all based it off logic, and we were exploring, and we didn't impose our shit, and we had to understand how other people think and work it. But like, it just doesn't intrigue me enough to watch new shit. You know what I mean? Like everything is a goddamn remake or a reboot, right? And they're bringing Robert Downey Jr. like he's gonna be the second coming of Jesus. He already was Marvel Jesus. Deadpool wasn't Marvel Jesus. Robert Downey was Marvel Jesus. Yeah. He came back as Iron Man and started all the first couple of phases. That's all Robert Downey, dude. I'm a Robert Downey fan. Yeah. By the way, I have a picture because I went to Madame So's Wax Museum.
Yeah.
And it's got Robert Downey, and I'm sitting there like this.
You got to send it to me. I'm going to put it into the edit.
I got to go home and send it to you.
Yeah.
But yeah, like now they're going to bring him back as Dr. Doom. Like, I ain't mad at Robert Downey. He's got to take a paycheck. But like all the shit lately with Marvel, it's like, and I can't speak for my daughter, but she's a girl, right? And that's one thing I had with her is because she's a nerd. She didn't play sports and anything like that. But Marvel movies were our thing, and we were always excited to see it. Like I literally would call in sick, and I would take her out of school on the day it would open up, and we would go see him. And like, you know, she liked Thor more than this, and you know, she loves Guardian of the Galaxy and all. You know, she loves the chick shit because she's like, oh, Groot, baby Groot, yay.
Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy was like out of nowhere. I had no idea what it was or whatever. And then when it came out, I was skeptical to go watch it. I was like, dang, they're really gonna make me waste.
Dude, I have the soundtrack on vinyl because it's all good hits. It's all good, like 60s and 70s hits.
Yeah. Have you ever gone on the ride at Disney World?
No, I've never been there.
I highly recommend. I know like going to Disney as an adult or whatever is frowned upon, but that roller coaster, bro, like it will make you a child instantly.
I want to do that, but I'm fiscally responsible. And what I see like little thumbnails on like YouTube and shit about like what people spend at Disney, I'm like if our government was that fiscally responsible, we wouldn't be where we're at. But even fell off because they went with like every girl boss shit. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like, dude, ain't nobody got anything against girl boss. I loved Wonder Woman. Yeah. Right. I didn't all of a sudden stop loving Wonder Woman because like I got misogynistic or something. 1984 sucked. The only time I like Pedro Pascal is in Narcos and when he's Mandalorian because he's not behind a fucking mask. I don't know why that guy became like such the biggest star. Yeah. But like, you know,
did you ever watch that video game show that he did about? Yeah, I think he did really well on that one.
I never played that game, but it seems like the fans of that game don't like the way that the seasons progressed.
Oh no, I mean, towards the end of the season, that's when they started doing the whole girl boss thing. Because there's this special, I guess, scene in the game and in the series where Pedro Pascal's character is supposed to save the little girl, and in the video game he saves the little girl at the last second, but in the show she saves herself, and that, I guess, that's when everything just blew up for the whole show.
Well, it's like Halo. I
Mhm.
liked Halo, the show, but it wasn't a girl boss thing or anything like that. They just put too much supposition in it. It's like
What's up?
just the build up, the
Mhm.
storytelling of the build up towards Halo. Like, I understand. So like, you didn't pick, because like Halo, the first game, you wake up as Master Chief and the ship's under attack and you end up on Halo. And then from there, the whole lore goes, right? All through all the Halos, right? The Flood and the ancestors and all that shit. So I get it. They picked, hey, let's show that universe before they got to Halo, right? Up until the point where the battle where you wake up in the first one goes to Halo. It's just, for me, it was not enough fighting. You know, like Halo's literally a first person shooter,
Yeah.
right? It's like too much time following the daughter of the people that got fucking wiped out by a covenant. And that's like the first time you see Master Chief and that team show up. I forget the name of the team, but it's like lore. They show up and wipe everything out. But it's like, to me, I've watched both seasons. Don't get me wrong. I got Paramount to watch it,
Mhm.
right? But like, I can understand why people don't think it's that great. Also, if you're going to take the mask off Master Chief, like, it better be a real good reason. Because
Mhm.
up until the show, we never saw Master Chief. You never see Master Chief, right? He's always the helmet.
Mhm.
But like, there's just too much other storytelling going on. And I feel like you could have had more going on and still tell that story. Because you don't watch Halo, as an example, right? You don't watch Halo for you know, it's probably like 55 minutes because it has no commercials, but you don't watch 55 minutes of Halo for 5 minutes of fighting and then everything else is storytelling.
Mhm.
You know, like, I get it. He's figuring out that he's being fucked with. They're blocking his hormones. He's making decisions. He's trying to, you know, he's the one that can actually activate the fucking stone, all that other shit. But like, I don't have a short attention span, but if I felt like I did, because I was like, God damn it, get to the fucking point here. Like, right? Again, because if you're going to make a Halo show, who is going to be your key demographic? Probably dudes that played the game, whether they came in at 4 or 6, or they came in at 1, right? What the fuck? You know, it could have been better.
Mhm.
But hey, I don't control the guys that write it and direct it. I'm just saying, like, Hollywood is trash.
Yeah.
And like, dude, if Christopher
No
Nolan,
movies are made in Hollywood anymore.
if Christopher Nolan made, you know, like who's to say they didn't fucking race swap, right? Helen of Troy, right? And they didn't fucking make the girl that thinks she's a dude character, just so they can be nominated for an Oscar,
Yeah.
right? Because there's rules, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, okay, well, hey, committee that you have to pay, you know, because they got to pay to even get their movie looked at to be nominated for an Oscar. I get it. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with the Oscars, but like, when you start making rules like that, like, we got to pick quality over shittiness because of it. I think it's stupid. You know?
Yeah.
It's like, again, if you're going to make that kind of story and it's going to touch into any of the stories, you know, like that movie Troy, right?
Yeah.
You know, that's why they made all those fucking memes and shit about like her playing Brad Pitt's character. You know, it's like,
yeah. But what if I told you that, like, Helena Troy, she's casted as a black woman, right? And then the tranny lady. What if I told you that the amount of screen time that they all have probably lasts 20 seconds?
makes it even worse because you know that then it's for the Oscar rules,
Exactly.
right? Like,
yeah. But my point is that seeing the movie, it doesn't take you out of it. It's it's kind of funny, honestly.
And a lot of people have said that,
Mhm.
right? I just, again, maybe the negative hype got to me.
Oh yeah, it's definitely getting to a lot of people.
But like,
it was a surprise though, because you're going in there with low expectations, very low expectations, and then you get out and you're like, that was kind of a killer movie.
Maybe that's it. I mean, the critics still say it's like, even the chick that wrote the book they based the movie on was like, this is garbage.
What, Odyssey?
Yeah, because on this one, Christopher Nolan based it on a book that's written from the female perspective
Of the Odyssey?
Yeah, the author of that book, who's like a elite fucking academic, she's not even really happy for it. She did a piece that's not happy for it.
But the Odyssey is like a story from like,
she did her version. She tried to approach Homer's version with a different perspective, and that's what Christopher Nolan based it off.
Well, I don't think there's any kind of like girl bossiness.
No, it's not that.
Or like from a female perspective. Like it was definitely all about like Odysseus and his journey and all that.
Well, I've heard that like the dialogue, like it doesn't.
The dialogue sucked. I will say the dialogue sucked.
Like that, right? Like.
But that's mostly because they're talking as if it's contemporary dialogue. Like we're talking.
That's what I hate.
Yeah,
that's what I hate. And so you know what, G, I probably will watch it. And like all shitty movies, it'll be on a streaming service pretty soon.
Yeah. But you'll like it. I genuinely think you'll like it.
I mean, maybe I will.
And Spider-Man just came out too. Are you going to watch that? I've also heard, I also had low expectations for it, but both like Drinker and these guys are all saying that it's pretty nice.
Tom Holland is a great Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
He's not my Spider-Man, but he is a good Spider-Man.
Yeah. Well, who's your Spider-Man?
Tobey Maguire.
I get Tobey Maguire. If you were going to say the other fucking whiny dude. Dude,
Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, I don't have anything against him, but he's just like little bitch face, like constantly, like, yeah, right. Like it's just like, dude, come on, dude, you're taking this whole fucking, they killed your Uncle Ben a little far. Like, I mean, like, like, no, I like Tom Holland as Spider-Man.
I never watched The Amazing Spider, like any Andrew Garfield.
You seen the new He-Man?
The Masters of the Universe? Yeah. I didn't.
Dude.
But I heard that one's good too.
Dude, it is.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like about it is like they try to make fun of the fucking woke shit. And it's like, you can kind of tell the writers were woke writers trying to make fun of woke shit. It's just, other than that, dude, like, I like that movie. And the reason I like that movie, people might not have the same thing because I'm older. It was really like the cartoon. Like when they bring in The Rock and everything like that, that was the cartoon. Yeah. Like it was like watching the live action cartoon. So it was done well. But the fact that like, they sent him to Earth to get him out of there because Skeletor, and then he ends up working in HR. But like a lot of people I've talked to about the movie, they're like, dude, that HR lady, his boss is like the perfect HR lady. She fucking nailed it. Like, but other than that, I liked it. Like, I tried, like I was watching it when Evo came home and I was like, hey, it's got Jared Leto, because she's got a fucking thing for Jared Leto. she's in the group of the weird chicks that keep Jared Leto alive. Yeah. Basically. She's like, yeah, but I can't even see him. Yeah. I was like, well, it's Skeletor. You know what I mean? It's like, what do you want?
Yeah.
No, I like that one. But I might see the new Superman or Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
I never did ask my daughter what she thought about the new Supergirl.
Oh,
she went to see it with her friends.
I never saw it either. Yeah.
I didn't mind it. I didn't even mind the new Superman. Like, I hate that like they couldn't do what's his name? Henry Cavill. I think he nailed it for them. As many times as they've tried to bring Superman back.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, he fucking nailed it. Like because it was also the world of Wonder Woman, and it was also the world of, I even took Ben Affleck as Batman, right? Like, Cyborg was great, I didn't like Jesse Eisenberg as fucking Lex Luthor. Yeah. I like the guy they got for the newest one as Lex Luthor. But man, God damn it, they've done Superman and Supergirl to death, like the WB shows and shit, and like, I don't know, man, pick something else.
What about Dune? What about Dune?
I like the first one. I haven't seen the second one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because I know it's like it's an investment. Like you gotta.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed the second one more than the first one, honestly.
I just haven't gotten into it.
Yeah. And I even got the book, dude. I got so into it. I even got I
I know,
read the
hey,
book.
dude, I know everybody's gonna hate me for this.
Yeah,
Can we stop giving Zendaya roles because she's Zendaya?
yeah. That
'Cause she
was
has
the other. So that was one of the other reasons why I didn't want to watch Odyssey.
Look, man, like if it's like High School Musical or teenage, whatever got her start. You know, I liked her in I can't believe I'm going to say this, but
Euphoria.
no. My wife and kid watched Euphoria. Actually, my kid watching Euphoria. I was worried about that. I was like, because she was younger. I was like, I've always trusted her, and she's always been fine. Yeah, Evo just finished it, but like my daughter got Evo into it. Fuck, what's the guy? I can't think of it.
Zendaya?
She still does her fucking acting range of 0 to 1. What is it? It's the one with it's a musical.
I probably didn't watch. I hate musicals.
It's got the dude that plays Wolverine. What's his name?
Yeah, Hugh. I was gonna say Hugh Hefner, but Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
It's the Showman.
Oh, The Showman.
Yeah. Like where the circus, like and she's in the circus.
Yeah,
I did, call me what you want. If Brandon was here, my friend, he'd be like, gay. But I like musicals if they're good. I like that one, right? Like, because there's like good story, there's like good songs, and it's like probably the only thing I like Zac Efron in. Or when he does comedy movies, I got to give it to the guy. Like he can do the comedy movies that he's been in. Yeah, is it The Last Showman or is it just The Showman?
I think it's The Showman. Yeah.
I mean, I gotta be honest, dude. Like I was listening, like when I used to like work and I'd be like adding fixtures to tables and shit. Like I just had my earbuds in. Like I liked.
Oh, you were listening to The Showman, like
the
music or the track list.
Yeah, the soundtrack to it. Like but
yeah, I did that, but like for Dune,
The Greatest Showman. It's The Greatest Showman.
Greatest Showman.
It's good, dude. I mean, like I like it.
Yeah. But why'd you like it? Because as soon as someone starts singing, I just get so out of it. I'm like, oh.
Well, because I think the songs make you tap your feet. There's like the love songs, but like it's like they're like because in that one they have their intro to the circus song, right? Like they're singing that song and they're putting on a show, and it's like half for the audience that's in the movie, but it's really for the audience that's watching the movie, right? And yeah, it's a musical, but I feel like there's a good balance of like talking words and to keep the story going along, and there's really just not a bad song. I think if you're gonna do a musical, and you're gonna like the song that he sings, like the story of it, right? Like the poor Taylor's kid, he's at the house of the rich dude, and the daughter of the rich dude's like the same age, and like they start hooking up and they go to the beach and they start singing, and it's like a love song, and then like they do fall in love and they have kids and they sing that song, and that's what gets them through the hard times, and then he's like, I gotta do something, right? And he's like, I don't give a fuck, dude. You're a little midget that wants to ride around on a horse. I'm gonna make you Napoleon. Right? Like you're a bearded lady that can sing beautifully. I'm gonna, because it's the whole circus thing. Like he's like, I'm gonna put the circus together, and and then like the songs between Zac Efron and Zendaya, Soraya. And then like, and there's like, Hugh Jackman's trying to convince Zac Efron to get on board with him. And there's like they're drinking and dancing and having a song, but they're like talking about it works. It's like why you would go watch a musical, right? The songs have to go with what's going on at the time, right? Cause like a musical is not pure from start to finish singing. You know what I mean? Like even a Broadway musical, there's just talking in between.
Yeah.
So like, it doesn't take itself serious, and I think it wins for that. So that's why I like that one.
Yeah. Still hate musicals.
What can I say, man? I raised a daughter, bro. Like I'm gonna I'm gonna get gay sometimes, right? Right? How did I tell you about the Marine Corps, right? We're the gayest homophobes you've ever met in your life, dude. You know what I mean? Like it's like we're gonna do some gay shit and then call you gay when it happens to you. It's not even based on if you let it happen or you're like,
I'm going to show you my dick.
Yeah,
I'm
this
gonna call you
fucking
gay.
gay guy is looking at my dick, dude. Like, yeah, but dude, you're the one that pulled your pants down. It doesn't matter, bro. You looked, you know, like, you know, when your job is to fight wars and there's no wars going on, you do a lot of stupid shit. You think I should run for political office?
I mean, why not? You should at least try it.
What do you think, though? I can't be mayor of Austin because I don't live in Austin. I could be mayor of Round Rock.
Well, why not? I mean, you could like pull some bullshit and be like governor of Florida if you want. Like, it could. I mean, it's just are you ready for that type of bullshit? Like having to deal with people, because it's not just dealing with the nasty snakes that are politicians. It's like the actual people's. Have you been to like a town hall meeting or anything like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went to one here with like the sheriff and stuff, and like people are just complaining, and like their complaints don't make any sense. And
no, I get that. I don't think our politics will ever change until there's an understanding that if you hate Biden, I don't like Biden, and then you don't like Trump, but we both have to agree the cycle's only getting bigger. The problem's already happened, and we're in the problem now. And if you can't explain to people that the solution might be hard, we're never going to get out of it. I think a lot of this is because this is what politicians do, right? They promise shit and then there's no accountability, right? Politicians' best job in the world because there's no fucking accountability, right? It's like, oh, well, you know, socialism's going to work. And then you run your term and it got worse. Oh, no, it's the Republicans in the other state or the federal government didn't give me more money. I'm like, dude, you run a city. Like, we've gone past the point of no return. And now the problem's compounding on itself. So if we were to ever to solve this, it's going to be hard, right? I think this trying to like have this super empathy and trying to please everybody, you're not going to do it, right? And the reason they don't do it is because their main goal is to get reelected the next time, right? So it's easier to defer and push and bullshit and do all this other things and be like, oh, excuses. This is why I didn't get it. Because if you're really going to solve some of these problems, you have to put your next election on the line, right? I mean, you got to roll the dice, right? You're going to like, we're going to do this. And why we're going to do this is because we're going to have to suffer here. Now, either that corrects it in time for your next election or it doesn't. But like, that's the risk you have to play. But that's my whole thing when like people come out of college, like, they're groomed. Politicians are groomed. Most politicians are groomed, and it's a pipeline. And it's like us fucking up. We're not going to do anything we know that's going to immediately fuck up and blow in their face in our review, right? So, but they're not. That's how I know they're not doing it for public service. You know, it's that's why nothing gets done. I mean, we don't have a tax income problem. We have a spending problem, right? Any real business or any private household that operated the way our government does would be failing just as much. The only problem is their lifeboat is we control all the violence. Give me your tax money. And if I can get enough dumb people to sit in the room and vote on it and be like, well, we're morally superior because we're going to help people with your money. So you got to give more money. I have like, dude, I don't know your bank account. My bank account, sometimes I live paycheck to paycheck. I'm supporting my fucking family. I don't have any more room. Just because I make money doesn't mean I have room to fucking support you or anybody else, right? You know, we already live in a socialist country, right? My property taxes go to schools. My daughter's not in school anymore, but guess what? As long as I stay there, I'm paying for social programs, the school, fire trucks, police, all that other shit. If it was a true capitalist system, I could fucking volunteer and like, I'm done, I'm out, right? But it's not. But we spend too much fucking money. And it's not just the wars, like 44% of the budget's entitlements. Like you're going to have to suffer. And like whatever happened to suffering and adversity?
Well, I mean, the main people that would suffer would be like older people that are taking those entitlements, right? So it'd be like the
that and the young people. There's a fucking whole group of people out there, dude, that fucking just milk the fucking government.
Yeah.
So the problem now we live in the world we live in is this country was based on the individual. But to live in a society, we all kind of got to get along, right? That's the governance we have. The problem is back to the whole safety thing. When you wake up in the morning and look in the mirror, do you want to be dependent or independent?
Independent.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of fuckers that want to be dependent.
Yeah.
They'll throw shame to the wind. They'll throw everything to the wind. And as long, and it's like you're fucking buying a bunch of fucking groceries. You're having kids you can't fucking afford, yada, yada, yada. I think those people need to fall through the fucking floor.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, just to get a reality check of like, dude, it ain't our job to fucking support you. That's what I hate. Don't give me the woe is me shit for making bad decisions. You know what I mean? Like, I know, like, I didn't come from the best environment, but there's a whole lot worse environments than that. But I've also met people that come from those fucking worst environments. You're not willing to go through the adversity. You're not willing to fucking try. You're willing to pull some shit from history and be like, that's why I can't do anything. Go fuck yourself, dude. We figured this out in the 90s. And somehow, some way they brought it back because now it's cool to be a fucking victim.
Mm.
But there's no perspective. It goes back to the perspective thing. You live in America. Shut the fuck up. Right? They don't even have AC in Europe. Right? Like more people die in Europe from heat than fucking people die from guns in this country.
Yeah.
Hey, Europe, here's a fucking idea. Like the UK, it's like 2% of carbon emissions in the world. Just fucking die already. And so we can see that it doesn't change anything. China's going to keep pumping it. India's going to keep pumping it. And who the fuck are we to tell the poor people that are coming up through an industrial revolution to stop? Because we did the same thing. But like slitting your fucking throat isn't going to do nothing. You're being a martyr for nothing. You could fall into the fucking ocean. And I love Britain. But you could fall into the ocean today and you're not going to change the climate in one shape or form. So you know what? Stop being little bitches, and when you're melting and you're 88 degree, and I said, we're talking Fahrenheit, you fucks, because I know the rest of the world, right? We're the oddballs. When you're 88 degrees, 90 degrees, that's a fucking cool day here in Texas. But you know how we survive? Air conditioning.
Yeah.
But I just think we need to step back. Look, it's going to be rough. I mean, how this thing ends anyway is rough. What I'm worried about is it ends the rough way where everybody has to remember that people will mob the shit out of you when you have something they don't have. When it all collapses, can you be independent or are you dependent? We have just too many dependent people.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. I'm not saying fucking cut it off, but like, dude, we shouldn't be making fucking laws when Nick Shirley's out there fucking finding fraud against the future Nick Shirleys.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? Like, why is that a bad thing? Right? Like, everything's a fucking excuse. It's just like, dude, we either come together as a country and fix this, and we ain't going to do it with the leaders now, right? First of all, too many are geriatric. We never talk about it. I mean, like, they want to make Elon to be a bad guy, and this rich guy's a bad guy, this rich guy's a bad guy. We don't talk about Bernie. You notice how Bernie doesn't say millionaire anymore? Because he's a fucking millionaire, right? We don't talk about how it's $100,000 salary. And then, simple math says, AOC was bitching she's got to pay for her own rent. So $100,000 a year, you got to pay for your own rent in the Beltway. That's fucking expensive. 3 years later, you got millions of dollars. How's that fucking working out? What else you been doing on the side, right? Because that's just a full-time job, right? And then like insider trading, and it's like you're worried about me insider trading maybe because I work at a company. You literally will create laws that will affect the outcome, and then you bet against it or bet with it. Like, shut the fuck up. We don't want to talk about that because they always throw up, the poor migrants or the poor this or the poor that. And our education system sucks. We do not make critical thinkers anymore. I see it every day, dude. Everything needs to be a checklist. Everything needs to be a 1 or a 0 or black and white. That's not the fucking world, dude. You know, like, I don't have the bandwidth for it. As sure as hell no, you don't have the bandwidth to remember problem A, do. Problem B, do. The problem is like it could be any problem from A to Z and then back around twice. Like, you got to know the fundamentals. But we don't teach people. We teach people to remember, not learn. I'm constantly learning shit. I can be self-taught because my teachers back in the day taught me to learn. And I don't want to be fucking dependent on anybody. But I don't want to be supporting people I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Right? I get it. Look, I'm paying for the military. Great. Stop fucking doing these wars, by the way. Right? Second, I pay for streets. Cool. I have yet to pay for streets that actually I've seen. Paying for schools. Cool. Paying for schools. I get that. I don't want to take anything away from fire department. Fuck yeah, and hell something comes to fire. Police, yes. I definitely want ambulances, you know. Other than that, you know, nobody wants to take we used to bitch that we need the opportunity. But now we give people a pass when they don't take the opportunity. And this shit, like, dude, look, if there was enough resources in the world to where the 340 million Americans or the billions of people on the planet could all have the perfect life, then we would. But there's not enough resources. You know, you got to get out there and get up and take. What is that?
The good shit.
Is it for? It's gonna fix my glaucoma.
It's gonna.
Shit, I think weed will probably give me glaucoma. I'm one of those people that have spoken since I was like 11 years old. But yeah, like. No, but back to the running.
Oh yeah, yeah. Talking about you running, what made you want to think about that? Or like, how seriously are you thinking about this?
I'm thinking about it as seriously as the funding, and I don't have the funding, and I don't know how to get the funding. My thing is like I want to be a guy for the people, and I know we say that a lot. I'm not like a Make American Great, but I am an American First person. My whole thing is like, dude.
Oh yeah, do you know the distinction between MAGA and America First?
Fuck if I know. My thing is, look. I was a K through 12 guy. All right. I didn't go to the best schools. I made it out. I skipped a lot of school. Luckily, block scheduling happened in high school. So when I fucked up my sophomore year, I could take that at the beginning of my junior year and then, you know, and that's consequences. That's what I want to bring back, consequences, right? So I had to put in the extra work later and, you know, be like worried about it, like I was going to do it. Marine Corps, I've worked AAA, right? Help people. I've also been the guy where you can't park correctly and your car's automatically gone. That was me too. There's different aspects of towing. And by the way, the bad guy towers get paid better than the good guy towers.
Mm-hmm.
Just the way the fucking world works. Yeah. Travel tech with wind turbines, semiconductor, 45. Live the real life.
Do you want whiskey, tequila, or rum?
I'm gonna try old granddad because I've never
Granddaddy.
But I understand normal people more than they do.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not like Big Bang genius, but I mean, I'm patting myself on the back here. I've tried to have humility through life, and I just see that like the more than likely, if I walk in a room, I might be one of the intelligent people in the room, and that could just be from good old life experience.
Yeah,
really common sense. I'm not trying to change anything, and I'm not trying to promise you anything. I'm just going to hold the line before the fucking dam breaks. If you know, this is what I never understood. Like, if we really wanted a representative democracy, and this is 2026, and you got an app for everything, why couldn't I make something like if I was a representative, right? I would just ask my district, what do you think about it? That's what your job is. My job is not to come back to you and be like, this is what we should do. I can do that. But at the end of the day, I'm supposed to represent you. And if I give you a chance to tell me why I should vote yay or nay, and again, everybody likes to talk about democracy, and it's like, oh, well, the majority, you know, but like lately, it's like you guys kind of use minority as we got to worry about the minorities in every aspect of our life. Trans are minorities, depending on the color of your skin, you're a minority. But if I'm representing people, why can't I put together something that says, what do you guys think about this? Like, how about I be a politician that actually represents the majority thought process of the people, what they want? That's all I want to do.
Yeah, but what if the people just want more entitlements?
Yeah, but I don't think I'd end up on that side of the fucking spectrum. Because the one thing I would want to do, dude, like, and again, I probably wouldn't end up on any committees if I made it to the House or the Senate. But do we gotta stop spending money?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if we stopped now and just locked in everything, we still can't afford it. But people want more and more and more. And you got to start, the people got to start learning, right? Supply and demand, dude. But you got to give it, and your life might not be perfect. You know, I hate to tell you this, but you don't get to have the same iPhone as me. You don't get to have the same car as me. You don't get to have the same house as me. Because I don't do it through the government. Has the government helped me? Yeah, I had like the GI Bill. It's supposed to be a safety net, not a continuous source of income.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, I want to get it back to the world where it doesn't incentivize women to have multiple baby daddies and kids, and then their income from daddy government goes up exponentially based on the number of kids.
Mm-hmm.
I want them to live in a consequence world where they're like, that's why I never had more than one kid. Because my brain is like, you can't afford this, dude. Right? And I don't want to be dependent. I want to be independent. Like, they're grandfathered in, but like, I'm moving forward. Can we change the society? Can we change the culture? You know? Because my biggest thing, like I told you last time, I want to get the fuck off this planet. And the fucking majority of people here that are dependent, that can't do anything unless it's uber fucking safe, right? Are not creating anything. We're never going to get off this fucking planet because it's going to take the whole fucking planet to get off this fucking planet. You know? That's Strange New Worlds, dude. That's the next, that we conquered the sea. Unless we want to go down, we conquered the ocean, right? Like, that's the next fucking adventure.
No one wants to go down.
Yeah. We might find aliens down there.
Yeah.
But
we might find the portal to another dimension or something.
I mean, realistically, that's the closest thing to space, right? Because you are fragile as a human being. Even if you had a suit to make it down to that pressure, you're fragile, right? Okay, so you're keeping the pressure away. God knows the Kraken could come out of the fucking crevice and you're fucked, bro. That's like, shoot.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's just like going to space, right? In space, in a spacesuit, even in a spaceship, you're fragile, right? It goes from safe environment to, oh, fuck. You know what I mean? So, but no, I don't know, man. Like, we need a change in politicians. Like, we need real leaders because times are going to get fucking hard.
Are there any politicians that you like? Ron Paul?
Yep.
Rand Paul?
Rand Paul.
Oh, yeah.
I'm old enough.
The Fauci. Did you see the Fauci here?
I haven't watched it. I don't think I've given up. I don't think anything's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, Fauci should be on a fucking cross right now, burned, dude. Like, but like, that's my thing, right? The system that allowed that to happen is because the people are not educated and weak-willed. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, the government is not as strong as you think it is. They have power because you're scared. Especially in this country. Only dickheads left on the planet that have guns.
Yeah.
The kind of guns and the amount of guns that the U.S. population has, civilians has. You know? Back to the whole point. If the fucking 15,000 dickheads that just went into Spain were actually running from something and it's because they didn't have guns, you know, I don't think that's the case, but like, if you want to make that argument, you know, you're putting fucking indigenous people in Australia in COVID camps. Well, what did they do? It was a long time back, but recently in history, they took everybody's guns. That's how you can round up Aboriginals and put them in COVID camps.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, the government controls the force. But I mean, there's something to it. Like, everybody's like, oh, what are you going to do against the AR? I don't know, man. The motherfuckers in pajamas in the mountains with AKs were giving us a run for money. You know what I mean? Like, you know, fucking Ukraine's giving Russia a run for their fucking money. Because, you know, if you're not going to be all in if you decide to go to war and you're not going to be all in and take all the heat, this is what you're going to get. You know? I don't want to smoke all the Iranians either, because I know that they're not the fucking problem. It's the people in charge. But like there's no middle ground war. That's why we're seeing these 20-year wars. Like, you either got to go in and wipe the fucking floor with them, right? And what you do if you rebuild or you just say, fuck it, oh, that's a nice burning piece of land and let the power vacuum fill. But
do you have a succinct explanation as to like why we're in war?
Are we at war? Or is it a conflict? When's the last time Congress?
So what's the
when's the last time Congress voted on the war like they're supposed to, G?
Exactly.
Yeah. And see, that's the thing. Good old Constantine. I love that guy. I'd love to hang out with him. But
you're talking about the Roman Emperor?
No.
Oh.
I'm talking about trigonometry.
Oh, trigonometry.
Because he I just saw something. He was saying like, like if you agree with somebody, you think I'm on your side.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to know I'm not on your side. I'm going to go where the truth goes. I'm going to go where the logic goes. And at that time, I might be aligning with you, but that doesn't put me on your side. I think I'm a true centrist or an independent, right? Because I hear.
Let's get back to like what a centrist is after your answer, but because I want to get into like what is a centrist and whether or not it's good to be a centrist.
I don't know,
but
I don't even know what. I would say I'm independent and why I'm going to say I'm independent, right? If I'm going to put a definition on it, is I'm going to take argument A and argument B, filter it through my experience and perception and knowledge, and then I'm going to choose. Best ID wins. That's how I look at it, right? Because like this whole team tribe thing isn't really working out for us, if you can see.
Yeah, but I mean, there's so much bullshit within all of that, though. Is that it's never a clean cut argument A, argument.
It never
B.
will be.
It's always very.
It is. You got to do your own research, because if you're just basing it off the news or the bullshit coming out of the fucking candidate's mouth on the stage, then you're really not doing your fucking homework. And it's never clean cut, and there is like Thomas Sowell said, it's about compromises. Nothing. Again, we go back to everybody thinks everything. There's like some perfect moral white and black 1 and 0 thing. There's not. It's just what are you willing to compromise for the gains, right? And that's what we don't have in our politics anymore. Like these dickheads aren't coming together and going to compromise on something. They're going to say you're the problem. No, you're the problem. Or this is the problem. Wait a minute. These are the guys that vote for me, so I'm going to stand up for them. You're never going to get to a compromise like that, right? Like you don't. It's like you can't talk about them like that. They're disenfranchised, blah 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 blah. Like it's a fucking team sport, right? We're supposed to compromise. It's where can we find the compromise? And again, you're not gonna get. You vote for this candidate, you're not gonna get 100% of the things they say, right? The track record is gonna be: did I get 80%? Did I get 40%? Did I get nothing? Did they just fall asleep at the wheel and let everybody in this country? Again, and like I would make the argument, if we're not following one law, why the fuck should we follow any laws? Especially when
you're drinking claws.
Well, that too. Well, for women, yeah. But when you're the head of the branch that's supposed to enforce the laws and you're not enforcing the laws because of feelings, then change the fucking laws. But circle back, we can't change the laws because we don't have the people to change the laws by the rules of our government. Can compromise because we can't be pragmatic about anything. It's like the fucking voter ID. Why is that a thing? Why is that not passed? Ask yourself, do you like your politicians when 80% of the fucking country wants something and this whole system's built on representative government and we have a roadblock in there? It's like even when your guy got in, he doesn't want to fucking represent you.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's too many bitch boys in this world. Like if you're not going to do it, get the fuck out of the way. I'll do it. I don't know what a centrist is. I don't think you could be purely centrist. I think we all have our biases that are going to make us lean one way or the other.
Biases are like what we think is true.
What we think is true, but I would call it a bias only because it's probably what you've perceived in life.
Yeah. So like, how do we discern truth then?
Science. Experiments. Here's one. Where the fuck has socialism and capitalism or communism worked? Let's try it again. What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, come on, dude. Like how many?
But that's not a scientific.
It's not. Well, it's semi-scientific. The experiment is running. The clock is running right now. This is an experiment. This is why I hate when people are like, like take for all the FIFA fucking people come over here, right? Again, this fucking thing over here, Europe's perspective of us is like they were going to see the goddamn Klan walking down the middle of Main Street. They thought we were all racist. They come over, they're like, wait, everybody's nice.
Oh no!
Like, there's this
all I saw was a positive, like
no, that's what I'm saying. But their positive, some videos, their positive was like, this shit ain't what people tell you it is. This shit is great, right? Like after the goddamn World Cup, I think they're doing some self-reflection. We don't have fucking AC, and we're fucking melting, and people are fucking dying, and they're not so big assholes over there. And like, maybe I should fucking look into getting my green card. I'm useful. You know what I mean? Like,
but then, so where do you fall on the H-1B visa stuff?
Like any system, it can be abused. We've seen it. I'm not going to bring it up, but we've seen it.
Yeah. So, but they're useful.
They are.
They're useful.
They're
very useful.
And they've been fraudulently used too, because there's been Indian companies that get hemmed up because they can. I mean, look, I don't blame the Indians. I don't like it, but I don't blame them. I mean, like they're just playing a game. They're hustling. Dude. Like you seen their fucking rivers over there, dude? They're washing their ass. They're washing their clothes. The cows are shitting in it. I mean, like they're just hustling. Hey, bud. Hey, cousin. You want to come over here? Okay. But that's why I'm saying, like, we got to have the guardrails in place. And if we have the guardrails in place and we're not enforcing them, then we're just falling asleep at the fucking wheel.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I can't be in everybody's head that makes the decision, but I don't think you should just be making a decision or ruling an American out because it's cheaper. I don't know how you would prove that because you have to get in somebody's fucking head. And I ain't signing up for Neuralink. So, if I couldn't use my arms and my legs, I would, but I'm good, dude. Stay the fuck out of my head. I will be a dumb for the rest of my life. I'm already halfway on the path, probably more than halfway on the path. Shit I've done in my life, but yeah, like I don't know how you do. I don't agree if that's why you're doing it. No, you should be giving it an American, especially since we lied to like the last 30 years of fucking kids.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another thing. Like I saw that a long time ago. Maybe because life threw me fucking challenges and I overcame the challenges and I saw like, yeah, this isn't fucking adding up. Like there's a blue collar way to do it. You know what I mean? Like, and again, it depends on your level of content. We all have a misconstrued idea of ourselves. I think anybody born after the internet, you're just on the internet. And if everything you look on the internet, subconsciously, you're judging like, well, my life should be better. Yeah, that's going to fuck you up, dude. Like when do you find contentment? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, dude, fuck. Yes. Drop a cool meal on me and see what the fuck I'm doing. But at the end of the day, I don't feel any less of myself or envy because there's people out there doing it. I'm content and striving to get there. And I think a lot of more people need to do that. Like we look at these fucking envy boxes and we judge our own life and we don't appreciate the subpar life compared to the internet. We don't appreciate it. We're not content. Like, understand, dude. Like, life is fucking hard. You might excel through the top, but it'll be a small fucking group. Most of us are going to end up middlemen. And I don't mean that at management. I just mean middle of the fucking road. Yeah. Best thing we can do, right? The American dream, right? Whatever the fuck that is. Buy a house. Well, I don't know what it is anymore. And I don't know
the first 15 episodes of this podcast was me trying to figure out what that is.
I don't know what that is. Dude, I got a house now. I got a kid living her life. I'm trying to support her. I'm doing what at the end of the day, with besides all the bullshit, I'm trying to make sure has a better life than I did, or the same. But less than that, if I can make a change and I didn't, I'm failing.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, I think I've told you before, but like my parents, my mom and my stepdad was like, for your 18th birthday, we're buying you luggage. And they set ultimatums like, go to school, live here rent free.
We're buying you luggage.
It was like half joke. I don't even think it was that much joke. I'm going to send this to my mom.
I'll clip it.
But, they said, I come from the generation of like culturally, parents were like, dude, you're 18, get the fuck out. Pretty much kicking a kid in the pool, learn how to swim. I'm not mad about it. I failed sometimes and I succeeded sometimes. But see, that's the adversity that nobody wants anymore because it's challenging. But yeah, they were like, hey, dude, go to college, pay rent. You don't go to college, go to work, pay rent, or get out. And that's why at 17, and they told me early, I was like, hey, can you sign this document so I can go to the Marine Corps? I fucking copped out, bro. I signed up for the Marine Corps before my senior year. Now,
You copped out.
are there some pros? Yeah, I walked in the recruiting office for an Army interview. Then, of course, the Army never there when you fucking need them. They weren't there, but the Marines were there. And they said, what did you want to be in the Marine Corps or in the Army? I said, I want to drive in the tank. And they lied to me like they lied to a bunch of fucking Marines. I never ended up in a fucking tank. But I would do that fucking time in my life over on a fucking loop, bro. But, I copped out. If I'm being honest, I copped out, right? Like I could have, I don't know if I copped out. Like I said, like I fucking skipped so much school my sophomore year, I had to make it up in my junior year. Thank you, block scheduling. But like I didn't have the grades to go to school even back then, and which sucks though too because I had a different experience than you would in the college life. And I'm not saying the college experience is the ultimate experience because you know what? It worked out perfectly fine for me. I had a college experience. I partied and I drank too much and I woke up drunk in places I shouldn't have been. And I got locked up in Japanese jails. Fucking, but I also got to see the world and party and fucking be so hungover. I need a fucking IV in the morning and shit like that. That was my college. My college was the world. It was other countries, right? But I didn't have the grades to go to college. I didn't play sports that well to fucking go to college. And, but I know I didn't want to grow up in Norfolk because growing where I grew up, my parents owned trucking companies and they were truck drivers. My mom was like there's a Norfolk International Terminal and she was the main dispatcher. Like if it comes on the East Coast, it comes through that. And she was dispatching it, to the truck drivers. Like, but, I didn't want to be a truck driver, local or long haul. I didn't want to be a longshoreman. You know what a longshoreman is?
No.
The guy that drives the crane that picks the containers off the ship.
Really?
Like what Tom Cruise did in the War of the Worlds.
But you didn't enjoy that job?
I didn't want to do that job. That was like that would be like a high paying job in that area, right? Because it's like union. You don't work like full shifts because like they don't want you tired, like because you're doing the crane thing. It was a union job. Again, it's also one of those unions where you had to fucking have family, like if you didn't know anybody that already did that job, you weren't getting that fucking job. But or just working your normal fucking grocery store jobs or this job or like I didn't want to work construction. My life has proved that I'm not against hard work, but I just didn't want to work construction. I mean, I'm glad I took that path. If I didn't take that path, I wouldn't be sitting here with you, But yeah, but my daughter, I understand the world she lives in, and I and that's the thing. Like, dude, she graduated high school early because she was just tired of it. Who the fuck does that? But I got to give her props for that. I don't know where she got that from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not going to take credit for it. I was too busy working trying to support the family. She just did that shit on her own. She does a lot of shit on her own. The one thing that she needs to work on is her emotions. They get the best of her. She gets frustrated really easily. And like once you get angry, the logical thinking is all gone. But, but like on the other hand of it, like the left brain shit, dude, like she got a job and she was like, she had a plan. She's like, what I should be doing for my senior year instead of go to school, I'm going to work. She's got her own money. She's probably seen my frustration, my wife's frustration with money. So why she's so frugal? Because she's fucking frugal for some fucking reason. She's paying for her community college, right? She went that route. I hope that was sometime when I was drunk and I told her, go to fucking community college and then go do your fucking major. I hope that clicked in one time. That was me. I can't say it is. She's going to knock the bullshit classes out at community colleges. Luckily, I have one right outside the neighborhood. I have an ACC right outside. ACC Round Rock is right outside my neighborhood.
Yeah.
She's going to go do that and work. And I guess I did something right. I wasn't like focused on pushing work ethic, but something dripped in there, right?
Yeah.
Seeing me and her mom work, and like, dude, I'm glad she can stay on my insurance until 26. She's gonna need the help. She can stay at my house as long as she needs.
Yeah.
Right? There are gonna be some fucking rules. Like the consequence is, hey, you bring your boyfriends over, you know how fucking judgy and stupid your dad is. You know what I mean? Like, unless I feel like this guy's gonna put me through the floor, I'm gonna say something. You know what I mean? Like, you're my daughter. Like, she understands that dynamic, right?
Yeah.
Like, my dad's a smartass. My dad will never absolutely say the perfect thing 100% of times.
Mm-hmm.
He has a knack for finding somebody's button and pushing the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
And he's probably going to be real judgy because I'm his daughter when I bring in.
Yeah.
And it's like, so we'll see how that goes.
Do you think fathers should have expectations for the type of man that their daughter marries?
Why would you? You raised her.
Yeah.
And again,
yeah, but like, like the society now, it's like, oh no, like they should have nothing to do or like
fuck off.
have any kind of influence in
you know who loves
my body, my choice.
What fucking man loves my daughter more than me?
Yeah.
Now, yes, I have to show some restraint. See, again, let's have a conversation. A little nuance here. I have to have the restraint.
Yeah, because there's two different spectrums here. It's either you have no involvement with it or you're arranging her marriage.
Let me tell you something. I've dealt with enough motherfuckers. I'm not scared of fucking violence. I know how to use fucking violence. I know bullshit when I fucking see bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, okay, yeah, it's an assumption. Go fuck yourself. Who cares? But you can kind of tell. I'm not betting on or judging by absolutes. Come on, dude. Everybody that ever watches this or has ever fucking lived, when you meet somebody, if they actually have the promise to do anything good. There's certain key factors, dude. Like, again, like, don't try. If my daughter loves you and you don't treat her shitty, I'm out. I'm out. But that's what you want as a father. You want somebody to take care of your daughter. I'm not saying just financially. Take care of my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Now that brings me to a point I wanted to bring up.
Yeah.
You're newly married. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, me and Evo, technically by law, because you have to have the fucking government on it, haven't been married that long. 2 years. We've been together, I'd say, a year before Liddy was born. So 19 years. I'm just giving some advice out there. Like, because I see the whole paradigm going on. Like, women, if you want to wait till 30 to get picked, okay. Dudes, get out of your fucking basements and get out there and get picked. But I mean, I get it. It's fair. It's like
dudes have a long time before they have to.
But here's the thing. I think that the thing that and I can't say it's going to work for every marriage, but just looking back, I'm just giving you my perspective of looking back.
Yeah.
Why it's worked. It's because Eva wanted to work and I wanted to work. But things happened and we had to adjust to them. Yeah. And there was only adjust to them or completely fail on. All right. Like, my daughter was an accident. All right. Me and Eva were doing dirty shit. When she was pregnant, I got locked up. I missed my daughter's birth.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying, though, is Eva was like 21 and I was 25. We're young, dumb. We didn't base the partnership, the friendship, the marriage on assets or possibilities of assets. So if you're going to get married, my one thing about being married, it then becomes a team sport. It's you and your wife, you and your husband against the world.
Mm-hmm.
Are you with that person? That person might not be 6 foot tall. That person might not be a 10. But I would burn the earth to the ground for Evo if I had to. And it's not because I want to be on my knees at her feet. It's because she has been on her knees at my feet. Mm-hmm. It works both ways.
It's reciprocal.
Yeah. It's And there's got to be understanding, and there's got to be compromise, and you got to be realistic of like where you're at. And I think maybe because we've struggled since the beginning and we've constantly been climbing, that kind of like takes a lot of stress out of it because there's like progressive achievement, you know. But we've always had each other's back,
Mm-hmm.
you know. I think I've told you this before, but I tell everybody I hang out with, if you can't stand my wife coming, then I probably won't come, because she comes with me. She doesn't come with me all the time,
Mm-hmm.
but she comes with me. Like, I don't see the problem with her being here. She usually talks better shit than most dudes. And I've had to reel her in sometimes because, like, I will hit a motherfucker, but I also know she has a mouth.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, you're talking like you fight like a man, but you're talking like but you're really talking like I'm the man behind you. I'm like, we're not getting in a fight over this. But like, yeah, again, she doesn't do it all the time, but she comes when the fuck she wants to come.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, your opinion over her is zero. No, nothing. That's the kind of partnership we have, right? I'm really easygoing. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, Phillip Lane is really easygoing.
Well, maybe it's because I'm only easygoing with her. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Phillip Lane, easygoing. Shut the fuck up. But maybe I know I can't take that home.
Uh-huh.
And that's the thing, like, about the job. It's like, when you have a job, there's a lot of pressure. Like, I've had to catch myself, dude. I take that shit home.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I kind of like better hours and shit, and not long shifts, because you take that shit home, right? No matter what the business needs, right? What we're trying to do, still, in the few hours, because you're spending less hours with your family. We gotta get this done. We gotta get this done. We gotta do this. We gotta do this. You can't take that frustration you get from that job and dump it on them. You still got to be a dad. You still got to be a husband, right? Even though you're tired and your fucking mind's spent and fucking, it's like, I just want to watch the TV. Stop making noise in the kitchen. You know what I mean? Like it's like, I can't, I hear the kitchen noise or the TV. It's not one or the other. I just want to lay here. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, so like for you, cause you're newly married, dude, if you found the one that you can, it's y'all against the world.
Yeah.
That's all you got to remember.
Yeah.
That's my sappy.
Sappy?
If somebody's going to ask me, like, because like, you don't have to perpetuate the cycle,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, dude, my dad was a piece of shit. I love my mom, and maybe that's biased because I grew up with my mom, because I went with my mom when they got divorced.
Yeah.
Like Evo got her parents got divorced. I actually have a good relationship with both sides of the family. They fucking hate each other still. But yeah, you can perpetuate the cycle or you can break the cycle. And so I broke the cycle. And I think that a lot of it is like my dad, he beat my mom and he beat me sometimes, but he was like that guy that like drank a 6-pack every night when he came home.
Yeah.
And when he divorced my mom, he like moved down the street with another family. Not like immediately, but like really, really recent.
It's like, damn.
Yeah. And then like never wanted anything to do with me. And I was like, so you're gonna accept another woman with kids? But I'm your kid? And this is from the same dude that was like, if you didn't make the honor roll, he threw you down the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Or he didn't take out the trash, he threw you through your bed. That's why I used to get in trouble when I was a teenager, because he still lived at the house, and I'd go over there and be like, come on, motherfucker. Because like, I mean, like when I was a 10-year-old kid, he was bigger than me, but he is Filipino. So by the time I hit 15, like I was like, size up.
You
dude.
don't immediately envision like a Filipino woman beater. Like it's usually like a black guy, a white guy, Mexican, but I never envision a Filipino.
He worked out. I don't know, man. Like I tell you right now, like my grandmother, like, and my grandfather, which I never met, but they really spliced the gene pool with him and his brothers.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a short Filipino that was like muscular. That was my dad. Then you have a short brother. I have a short uncle who was fat.
Mm-hmm.
Tall uncle who was skinny. and then I have a tall uncle who I look a lot alike. So I'm wondering if some shit went on. I got a picture I got to show you later on, but like we're next to each other. You're like, yeah, Phil, yeah, your belly gets bigger and you get more gray hairs. Yeah, that's you. And again, that uncle was the only one that didn't disown us from the Filipino side.
Okay.
When my parents got divorced.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I kind of promised myself. Like, you make promises to yourself. Everybody says that, right? You make promises to yourself. But like, if everybody was to think right now, like, what one promise you've made to yourself, where no matter what, you're gonna hold that one.
Yeah.
Mine was, I'm gonna be a better father.
Mm.
And I still wish I could have been a better father.
Yeah.
Now I was working a lot, so I was away because it was supporting the family. But I still wish because the only reason I wish is because I made decisions when I was younger that had consequences that put me behind.
Yeah.
Right. There's a reason why I'm a little bit older than everybody. I'm older than most of the senior managers. It's because I fucking had a misstep and I had to fucking catch up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, that's also explains how I am at work, where I'm like, yeah, this getting your ass kicked over and over again is a badge of honor. No, it's not. No, it's not. The goal is to work 40 hours and make money, not work 6 days a week.
Dust kicks off my boots on the ground. Echoes of my steps, 808s pound. Guitar strings hum, sharp as a blade. Echo in the alley where shadows parade. Borderline, we ride the line between two worlds where stars don't shine. Crossroads hum, the bass divine. Borderline, this edge is mine. Whispers in the wind, secrets unfold. Grit of the streets, stories untold. The pulse of the night, a renegade sound. From the barrio to the block, survivor rebounds. Echoes ripple like waves in the storm. Two worlds clashing, a new form born. Strings tell tale, beats tell time. Fusions of the past with a modern